was hoping they would do a Dear Black People.
Hey, whoa.
Hey y'all, it's Deuce, and like I said last episode, I'm recording these back to back. Like I've been really like, I'm just owning up to this, okay? But anyway, now we're talking about the finale of season 3 of Dear White People, and it begins with Volume 1, Episode 1 of Dear Black People. Bro, this threw me for a loop. I was really mad because I thought this was going to be the entire episode. And I was like, y'all can't do that. Y'all need to have this as either an extra episode or do it in the beginning of the episode because I want to know the tea. And y'all are interrupting me from the tea. This is just like Stranger Things in season 2 when they told us about like the little L side story and she goes to Chicago, I think. That's besides the point, because this actually was a bit shorter than I thought. So let's talk about Dear Black People in the finale. I'm not even gonna plug myself because I already did that last video. You already know the tea. Okay, so Dear Black People is very interesting because they did a little Noughts and Crosses, which if you don't know what that is, it's a book basically where they inverted history. So race dynamics and racial history is switched. So white people have been oppressed by black people. And so that's what they did here. I thought Dear Black People would be, the same universe, but, it's the same thing as Dear White People. I think this is still interesting because the satire is strong this way. I don't know, it probably would still be strong, but this is still strong. So first, I think it's interesting in which Sam, she's dating Reggie. Because Reggie and Gabe is supposed to be the Reggie of this universe. I think it's interesting how they just switched. I'm really interested how in a universe like this, Sam is considered white because she's mixed. Sam being considered black in this world makes sense because she has melanin and she has she has straight hair in this universe though. I don't know. If I was white, I wouldn't accept her, but that's besides the point. I'm also not in that universe. So anyway, yeah. So they basically, it's a rehash of episode 1. It just has everything inverted. The Dear Black People podcast started, and Sam is still doing it. So they have, what's it called? AP is now predominantly white, and now they're afraid of the black people because they be doing too much. And they do a lot of callbacks. Oh, and also, if you remember on Twitter, Justin Simeon said that you can't do Dear White People because that's his property. I thought it's because it's a parody of Dear White People. No, it's because he actually did Dear Black People. So now that's his coin. So anyway, what else to say? Oh yeah, they said they gotta kill Joelle. I don't know what that's about. And I don't know what's with these white people. If it's an inverted universe, why are the white people having very Afrocentric features with the braids, the grills? I think there was AVE too. Like, what is that? What? I don't know. That was confusing. And then they had White Moses, and they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to lead a thing. So this is all just was like an article, about Moses. Right, so would this imply that in the article they joked about killing Buffy? I don't know, maybe I'm thinking about it too much. But anyway, Dear Black People, I thought it was pretty clever, pretty funny, and Loki would like to see. No, I don't know. So after that little show is done to represent the article, we go to Reggie, who's done reading the article, and he is mad. He's incredibly mad because he's like, why did y'all publish this? You are slandering my man's name. And because of this, he skips Sam's screen because he don't want to go, okay? He don't want to see everybody there. But what's interesting is that he later confronts Moses again because he's mad about this. But Moses, his story doesn't add up. And he's like, well, no, wait a second. You said he kissed you. I mean, she tried to kiss you. And now you're saying you were drunk and you don't remember? Which is it? So something may have actually happened. But besides the point, Moses did not tell the truth, which definitely makes his side of the story incredibly, um, so it's hard to believe. I guess his credibility has been ruined a little bit. Wow, I'm mad again. I don't know the word. Anyway, with that being said, I low-key think that in the window Wendy might not be true too, because since he's in the Order of X and he has the power to shut down Muffy, who's the daughter of a senator. Maybe before he was in the Order of X, he didn't have all this power and he did something similar. And that's why he had to get off campus. That's just a theory. There's literally, I don't think there's any evidence to that, but I just think it's funny that, he just randomly disappears on campus. No one knows but him, could have been something like that. And so, anyway, Reggie apologizes to Joelle, and then they're all cute again. But let's be honest, I think Joelle deserves better. I really shipped him before, but I didn't realize Reggie was going to be so distant to her. Although that's also, I think he has like mental health issues, and he idolizes Moses, which none of us could have saw because Moses was never present until this season. And something else weird in the earlier things that Flavor Flav was present in the alternate universe. I just thought that was interesting. So anyway, that's that on that. So the next person of interest in the second part of the episode is Sam, because she has a great screening. Everyone shows out and it really goes well. So her documentary was about like the different perspectives on Winchester, on social hierarchy, which is really cool because they're all talking about different types of social hierarchy, but how she edited it, it's just like they're all talking about the same thing. So it's really cool. I really like it. Loki, you want to see the full thing if that wasn't. And then the next big thing about Sam is she goes to Ruskin about answers. Which if you don't know, Professor Ruskin or Ruskin, I don't really remember. He's the narrator, Giancarlo Esposito. Let me stop, because I think it's Italian, not Spanish. Anyway, they go and they talk, and he reveals that this is not the first time for Moses, which confirms what I was thinking earlier. I was like, wow, so in the window when you probably ain't true. And basically he's saying that the order is pretty much corrupt, and he sought out Lionel and Sam because he wants them to fight for what's right. But after seeing how so wide the Order of X is, they're like, this is bigger than any of us, and we don't want to be part of a corrupt group anyway, so they decline it. But they are not Giancarlo, what's his face? Ruskin warns them that they can't mention this to anybody because he will kill them. He's the Order of X, guys. He wasn't kidding when he said that. So yeah, I think it's interesting how we got a lot of answers about the Order of X, but we still don't know a lot as well, because it's heavily alluded that Troy's father is part of that group. That really went over my head, episode 7, when he was on his little shrooms adventure. But yeah, so I wonder how that's gonna come into play. Okay, I'm low-key mad because I'm re-recording this because I accidentally deleted this, but this is besides the point. Anyway, the final person of interest is Lionel, and this is a romantic subplot we've been all waiting for. Okay, so, I'm gonna say Chester. Michael confronts Lionel, okay, about being Chester, and he's like, I know you're Chester, and I know I'm Brown Eyes, so why don't you got the courage to, make this official? And Lionel low-key reveals that it's because he's HIV positive. And he's like, well, I'm already undetectable. I take a lot of medicine and everything. You'll be fine. And Lionel's low-key scared. He's like, fine, if you're scared, that's fine. But I thought, we had something. And then Lionel realizes that they did have something. And he grabs him by his shirt. And Lionel is shorter than him, too. And he pulls himself to him. And they have this kiss. And I am getting my life. I'm just mad it took him a while for Lionel to finally have a black boyfriend, but whatever. It's here now. Because I think it's funny that both non-black boyfriends were all problematic. Okay, now Wesley, I really had to think. Wesley's less problematic than Silvio, but the fact that Wesley dropped him so quick for not trying to be polygamous or polyamorous, whichever it was, that's wild. Okay, that's wild. But anyway, I'm really happy for Lionel, and y'all better not ruin this season 4. Okay? Okay. Okay, so this miscellaneous section is huge, so we're just gonna go straight into it. So we had a weird interaction between Rashid and Joel because we haven't seen Rashid since episode 2. Episode 2 because he's been off at the other dorm, Bechet or something like that. And I'm incredibly mad because I would love to see more Rashid, but now he's like really bitter. And he was low-key right. He was like, "Oh, where's Reggie, by the way?" Right? Not here. That's petty, but that's besides the point. So yeah, Rashid and Joel are not on good terms at all. And on top of that, he has a new girlfriend, and it's Akumi? Okay. There's some joke about China colonizing Africa somewhere in there, but we're not even gonna get into that. Anyway, the next thing is that the dean, like I said earlier, is part of the Order of X, and he warns Troy because he was like, "You can't publish this." Well, here it's already published, but he's like, "This information exposing Moses is going to get you God because he's part of the Order of X." I don't know if the dean's part of it or if he just knows about it and their power, but he warns Troy of the repercussions of spilling the tea. So interesting, which is why at the end he alludes to having a conversation with with Sam and Lionel. And speaking of Troy, I hate that the writers low-key alluded to a ship that wasn't gonna happen when he walked in on Troy and Lionel just sitting. Stop it, guys. It's not going to happen. It's not. Some people really wanted that to happen in season 1. I didn't because that just promotes a fantasy that will not exist. Anyway, what do we got? Oh, Coco. So last episode I spoke about Muffy talking to Coco, and I didn't say that Muffy got Coco her a letter of recommendation. She wrote it out actually, but then she got Queensville to sign it. So Coco sent that off to the fellowship, but she got rejected by the fellowship. So she did all this work to be rejected. Bro, I feel so bad for Coco. She tries so hard, and she gets very little in return. I feel so bad for good sis. What do we have here? Oh, another detail about Ruskin is that he was physically writing out volumes 1 and 2. So when he was narrating volumes 1 and 2, that's like him writing the pages. I thought that was very interesting. That shows how he's been watching everybody. Wait. What else do we have here? They have a little 2 weeks later, and then they talk about the repercussions of Dear Black People, the article on fried chickenry or whatever the heck it's called, which is very interesting to see everyone's different opinions. What do we have here? So the Alberto storyline actually gets picked up because he goes to the Latinx, what's it called? Dear White People or Querido Gente Blanca. I'm very interested to see how that goes. I would say spinoff. Nah, I just like to be in the background of the episodes, just something different, because we see a lot of black and white interactions. I want to see the mestizo, Afro-Latino, Afro-White, what? Just the different Latino interpretations on the Dear White People. And yeah. Oh, and Reggie and Reggie and Coco have like a nice little like friendly thing too, which was very interesting because they're really not always on the same terms, but it's glad that they saw commonality. So that's really good for them. Okay, and that's it, guys. I finally done all episodes of Dear White People. Will I do a review the entire season? Maybe, if y'all are interested, If my roommate's cool, we might do it together. I'm really scared for this roommate. Y'all, I like living by myself. I don't want to live with a roommate. But anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. Again, thank you again, Mr. Jamar Michael, for subscribing. Not subscribing. Maybe he subscribed. I don't know, but follow me back on Twitter. And what's next for the channel? I don't know. I'm not even gonna hold y'all to anything. Now, Black Lightning's coming up, so maybe I'll do that. I've live tweeted it, but I never like talked about it on the channel. I might do it. I don't know, but I'm not promising anything. So yeah, thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all whenever.